All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Achakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and citations to the elect. This is Brother Lawyer from Great Millstone, Miami. And the topic I want to go into in this lesson is going into having the mindset of rejoicing, okay, in the sufferings of Yahawashi. All right. Just a quick exhortation video, man. Lord willing, it's quick. The Spirit's going to do what it does. But, a lot of talk has been amongst brotherhood about the straight gate, about the bitterness, okay, of serving the Lord. All right. And what we're getting ready to undergo as far as persecution and opposition comes, down the pike. We're going to have to take a hard stance for righteousness. All right. And we know that we're getting ready to lose things. Betrayals are on the way. A lot of curveballs and plot twists, if you will. And shit's going to hurt, it's going to be bitter, as it is written, in my mouth it was sweet as honey, but in my belly it was bitter. All right. But at the same time, we can't just focus on the aspect of it being bitter. OK, of course, that's a very, very important part of it. Don't get me wrong. But we also have to have the mindset of rejoicing in the sufferings themselves. OK, the fact that we're suffering for Yahawashi's sake is a blessing. OK. All right. That's the mark of a true man of the Lord. That's the mark that the Spirit of the Lord is truly dealing with us. And so we have to rejoice in the sufferings. OK, we have to rejoice at the opportunity and be glad and thankful at the opportunity to suffer for righteousness' sake, man. All right. And that mentality, all right, is what's going to help us, endure unto the end, man, because we're not suffering for no reason. Not only are we suffering for righteousness in a wicked world, which means that we're on the right side of things. OK, in the great, as far as the big picture is concerned, but also, that's a token of our salvation, man. OK, that's a token that, we are going to be joint heirs with Yahawashi and inherit a kingdom wherein dwelleth righteousness, where the righteous will rule and reign and be esteemed, and the wicked will be brought low. OK, the meek shall inherit the earth. All right. So I'm going to start here with 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 12. Lord willing, is edifying. It says, Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. But rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. Okay. All right. So we're not to think it's strange, when we go through things, and at what's coming down the pike, man, we should be well aware of and understanding, what the will of the Lord is, knowing that this is part of the plight. This is part of the walk of those who fear the Lord. OK, something big is coming. All right. And we read it in the prophecies, we bring it out, we break it down. But these things are going to have direct effects on our life. OK, so part of, watching the prophecies is understanding that. OK, and being willing and ready to embrace it and basically brace for impact, and how do we do that? Through prayer, through reading, through fasting, through studying, through examining ourselves, counting the cost. That's how we brace for impact. OK, it says, but rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. OK. All right. So rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Yahawashi's sufferings, man. All right. Suffering for Yahawashi is look, man, it's a blessing to do so, man. All right. Because that means that we're in the company of the greatest man and greatest figure to ever walk the earth, man. That means that we're, joint partakers, not only in the sufferings, but in the glory that's going to follow. OK, because if we suffer for Yahawashi now, that means when his glory is going to be revealed, all right, we're going to be glorified together with him. OK. All right. And so the mindset has to be to looking past this hell. OK, looking past the bitterness, and looking forward onto the kingdom, which the scriptures go into that in in Hebrews chapter 12. All right, it says, if ye be reproached for the name of Hamashiach, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of Yahweh resteth upon you. On their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified. Okay, so look, man. All right, if ye be reproached, happy are ye, which the word happy goes into being blessed, man. Okay, because that means what? That the spirit of God resteth upon you. All right, the Lord's spirit is on you. That's why you're suffering for Yahawashi's sake and for his name's sake. Okay. All right. That's a token that the Lord is with you. But on their part, he is evil spoken of, but on your part, he is glorified. So that gives glory to Yahawashi, and rightfully so, man. You know, worthy is the lamb that was slain, man, to receive honor and riches and power and glory and might and blessing and all these things, as the scriptures say. You know, the Lord is more than worthy of our sacrifice, man. OK, even if it comes down to our lives, man, and the Lord's, we pray that the Lord puts the spirit on us, a heavy spirit upon us to endure what's coming down the road, man. It's going to get heavy, man. Brothers are getting ready to, I wouldn't say lose their life, but, be martyrs for the truth. Brothers, believers that we close to, believers that we've grown in affinity towards, brothers in your camp, potentially arrested or taken to a concentration camp, brought before kings and rulers. OK, we have to embrace it, man, and rejoice in the fact that this is part of the story and that the Lord has proven us as his friends. OK. All right. This is Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 2. Well, yeah. Verse 2, it says, looking unto Yahawashi, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God. For consider him that endured such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be wearied and faint in your own minds. Ye have not yet resisted unto blood, striving against sin. Okay, so what was Yahawashi's disposition, man? Okay, as he was enduring the cross. All right, in the NOT, it says, we do this by keeping our eyes on Yahawashi, the champion, who initiates and perfects our faith. Because of the joy awaiting him, he endured the cross, disregarding its shame. Now he is seated in the place of honor beside God's throne. Okay, so was Yahawashi's mindset, man. Looking towards the reward, man, the glory that will follow, and rejoicing in that, finding joy in that, okay, and esteeming that far, far greater than the shame, okay, that came with him enduring the cross, okay, and because of that, he is honored at the right hand of the throne of the Most High. He's been exalted, okay, so that's the mentality we have to take, okay. All right, going back to 1 Peter chapter 1. OK, it says in verse 6, it says, wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptations, that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold, than that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahawashi. OK, so look, man, rejoice, man. OK, have the mentality of rejoicing in the fact that we're going through these temptations and that we're getting ready to go through more temptations, man. All right, it's about to get real. You see the spirit is riled up in the earth. You see there's a lot of opposition towards the doctrine, a lot of guys switching up, placating to the world. Esau's trying to, starting to, get more strict on what can be said, on the internet and things of that nature. We see it, man. We can feel it, too. OK. All right. So tribulation is guaranteed and it's on the way, on a higher level. But rejoice, because this is the trial of our faith. This is proving, that we truly serve the Most High. All right. And it's more precious than anything this world can offer, even gold. And when the Lord comes back and returns to deliver his elect, all right, the faith that was kept by the elect, the faith that was suffered for, okay, all right, is going to be esteemed highly, man. The Lord's going to give the elect praise and honor, okay, at his appearing. All right. Going to Matthew chapter 5. Okay. Matthew chapter 5, verse 5, it says, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth." Okay. Which suffering for Yahawashi's sake, in truth and sincerity is showing true meekness. Okay. That means you understand in the big picture that the Lord is in control. Okay. All right. And submitting to his will. All right. Without becoming bitter or offended. Okay. So the word meekness or meek is praus, Strong's G4239. Mildness of disposition, gentleness of spirit, meekness. Meekness toward the Most High or toward Yahweh is that disposition of spirit in which we accept his dealings with us as good, and therefore without disputing or resisting. In the Old Testament, the meek are those who wholly rely on the Most High rather than their own strength to defend against injustice. Okay, and that's going to be a big thing too, man, because, we you got to understand when the prophets were suffering in the ancient times, they weren't able to get their lick back, man. Okay. All right. They weren't able to just up and get their lick back. They had to wait on the Lord, man. And sometimes the Lord, allowed them to or retaliated on their behalf or allowed them to, delivered people into their hands, I'll say. Okay. At certain times, but it was all on the Lord's timing, man. Okay. So we're going to have to be ready to take it on the chin, and pray and wait. Okay. All right. And if we have that disposition about ourselves through the Spirit, the Lord is gonna bless us exceedingly. All right. It says, thus meekness toward evil people means knowing Yahweh is permitting the injuries they inflict, and that he is using them to purify his elect, and that he will deliver his elect in his time. You see that gentleness or meekness is opposite to self-assertiveness and self-interest. It stems from trust in Yahweh's goodness and control over the situation. The gentle person is not occupied with self at all. This is a work of the Holy Spirit, not of human will. Okay, so we got to pray that the Lord puts the Spirit upon us to have this disposition about ourselves so that we can endure. Okay. All right. Rather than trying to plead our cause to the enemy or placate to the world or take our own vengeance, or be offended, which is what we seeing that happen in Israel a lot. If you have a spiritual eye to see, you see that happening. Okay. But yeah, this is Matthew chapter 5, verse 10. It says, "Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake." All right. Which that can play on the mind, if you're not considering that the blessing that comes behind serving the Lord, man. And that's why Yahawashi, one of the reasons why Yahawashi is saying this in a sermon, okay, is to reframe the mind of his disciples, man. Because usually when people have to suffer for something, it comes with, oh, why do I have to go through this? It usually comes with resistance. Why I didn't sign up for this. This is not cool. I don't like people talking about me negatively. My reputation is tarnished. Okay. That's usually what the flesh goes to in situations, that involve persecution or reproach. Okay. All right. So Yahawashi is reframing the way his disciples think. Okay. When you suffer for righteousness' sake, you're blessed. All right. When you're reviled for my name's sake, consider it a blessing. Okay. All right. In verse 12, it says, "Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Okay, so rejoice, man, and trust in Yahawashi. You know, they're going to say all manner of evil against us falsely and know it's a lie and praise the Lord. Okay, that they have to stoop to such low levels in the hopes of condemning us. But the Lord is going to justify us, and he is justifying us. Okay. All right. And we're in the company of great men. All right. So have faith in the Lord, man, you know, and may the Lord put the spirit upon us to endure in your patience, possess ye your souls as it is written, and to rejoice in what's coming down the pike. It's going to be a bittersweet experience, you know, but let's also, as we embrace the bitter, okay, also embrace the joy of serving the Lord. Okay, and that this is just part of it, and that the Lord will glorify us in the end. Romans chapter 8. All right. And verse 17, it says, and if children, then heirs, heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Hamashiach, if so be that ye suffer with him, that we may be glorified together. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. Okay, so the Lord's going to vindicate us one way. Hey, look, it's going to happen, man, one way or another, man. All right, we're going to be justified. All right, because everything we're saying is coming to pass. All right, the MOTB, famine, earthquake, plague, that's happening. Whether or not people want to listen or believe or hate or throw rocks or whatever the hell they want to do, it's happening. Okay. All right. Nuclear war is being talked about on mainstream media. World War III is being talked about. They're talking about chariot sightings, what the world calls UFOs. So it's coming out, man. This is the time of the great revealer, man. So you want to be on the right side of righteousness, even if it means, you know, suffering or death. Okay, so-called death. Okay, we're being justified as we speak, and the Lord's going to make our boldness manifest as his power shows. And the Lord going to perform miracles in these last days on our behalf and lift up a standard and all of that anyway. Okay, and he's going to deliver us, and he's going to glorify us, and we're going to receive new bodies and live forever and reign over these infidels. Okay, and there won't be any unbelievers in the kingdom. Everybody going to know the Lord. Okay, so with that, you know, Lord willing, this video is edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahawashi, Bashem, Makakodash, double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect. Shalom.